going on? So in today's video, I just want to go over some body weight exercises that you can do at home. Now, at home, when we were going through pandemic, I actually got this set of bands that I still have, and this was what I used during pandemic to stay in shape. So I'm going to show you a lot of exercises that I developed for every single muscle group, just using these simple bands that you can get on Amazon for like 10 or 12 bucks. Okay, so let's go over it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over leg exercises, then I'm going to jump into like different parts. So let's start with legs. Okay, and so just so you know, there's two different types of resistance, so it doesn't really matter how strong you are, you can still take advantage of this. Okay, so this is the strongest one, this is the medium one, and this is the lighter one. Now you can always add two of them together, and that will increase the resistance, and you can also add three of them, and that will really make a resistance. So there's no excuse to really not get in shape if you don't have a gym, because with these resistance bands you can really give your body a real good workout. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go over leg exercises. So the first leg exercise I'd like to talk about is a squat, right? Body weight squat looks like this. Boom. Boom. That's it, right? So the way we're gonna add resistance to it is basically we're gonna step into this band and we're gonna lower our body down and come up, and that's gonna pull us down. Okay, and that's a squat with some resistance. If you want more resistance, you can always get a more resistant band, use it. If you want more resistance, you can always get 2 bands or 3 bands. Okay, so that's the first one. The second one I want to talk about is the deadlift. Deadlift, usually a Romanian deadlift, would be the same movement, right? So it would be you starting with your ass to back here and going down, right? So this exercise works your hamstrings, your glutes, and your lower back muscles. So what you want to do is you want to start with an exercise in this position right here, and then from here you just get up, right? And that pulls you down and you get up. And so sidewise, I'm going to use a heavier resistance. Sidewise, what it looks like is like this. Set your feet up about 10 inches from each other, and then you grab the band closer to your feet, and from here neutral back. Okay, boom. That's the movement right here. Neutral back, boom. And you can still do a deadlift. Okay, and so basically you can just keep adding bands and more bands, so increase the resistance. Okay, so the third one for legs is going to be lunge. Now lunge is basically where you open your legs like this, and you just go down. Boom. That's one lunge. 2 lunge. You don't have to touch the floor with your knees. You can always just come about this right here. Now, many mistakes that I see is that people go over here. It's not that it's completely wrong, but if you're just getting started, you want to keep your knee behind your feet. Okay, basically behind your toes. Boom. And so what it looks like from the front, it's like this. Boom. Boom. Okay, so that's your lunge. You can always increase resistance to that by doing the same thing. You put your band under your leg, come down here, boom. Okay, so that's a way you can do it. Okay, so let's do it with the other leg, so you can see. Put it under your feet, hold it, come up here, boom, boom. And that's how you do it, okay? With the resistance band. Okay, so the next one is gonna be the single leg squat. So you're gonna grab a chair, and all you're gonna do is you're gonna get in one leg, and sit down. And then if you can't get back up with one leg, you can always use the two legs and sit down with the other leg. Now what we're working on here is not, what we don't want to do is we don't want to just sit down super quick, right? We're not doing anything. All we're doing is hurting our knees. What you want is actually hold that movement very slow. Boom. Okay? So that's for legs. And if you start getting stronger and you're able to get up with one leg, perfect. You come back here, you get up with one leg. Okay? Great exercise. Single leg squat. This one's gonna be Bulgarian split squats. So that one, you can also use your chair. So just put your chair down here, and basically what you would do is you would hang one leg up here. That will require some balance, and then you will come down, almost like a lunge. Okay, down here. You don't have to use anything. This exercise alone, without resistance, it's very hard, and it's gonna get you some work. Okay, and the last one that we're gonna do is make sure we work on those hamstrings and those glutes. It's called glute bridge. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you can either do it laying down on the floor, or you can use a chair, right? So laying down on the floor, what it looks like is like this. It's the glute bridge. If you want a little bit more resistance, what you will do is you will get on top of the chair, it's like this, and you will exercise. Okay? So yeah, those are the leg exercises, back exercises. Now, every time you're pulling something, you're working on your back, right? So that's why we categorize pushing is with your chest and your shoulders. You push vertically with your shoulders, you push horizontally with your chest, and anything that will be pulling could be a horizontal vertical pull, or it could be a horizontal pull. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some exercises that will target all of the possible muscles in your back with our given equipment, right? So the first one we're gonna do is reverse fly. Now, we can do reverse flies two different ways. If you really wanna isolate your rear delts and those traps, your rhomboids, your shoulder blades, what you would do is you just grab the band, the system band, like this, and you just pull it, right? And what you're doing is basically sticking your chest out and pinching a can of soda with your shoulder blades. So you're coming here, boom, not up here, not too low, just right at your shoulder level, boom. And so the closer you get, the harder it'll get. Okay, so if you want more resistance, you can always do another band. It's fine, and that gets real tough. Okay, so that's reverse fly. And another way you can do reverse fly is called the bend over reverse fly, and that one is basically down here. So you would come down here, you grab the resistance band, and then you come. This one's a little harder up here. Boom. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to have your arms not completely straight, not completely on front. It's like somewhere in the middle. So like up here, okay? About 45-degree angle, okay? So that's the reverse fly. Now we're gonna talk about the row. Now the difference between those two reverse flies is that in one of them, you're gonna be engaging this posterior chain down here, and that is gonna get some work too. So I would prefer doing that one, because the more muscles you can work in one exercise, the more return of investment you're getting. Okay, so that's the row. That's the reverse fly. The row is simply come here with your band and pull like a rope, right? So you want to kind of start with your hands neutral, and as you pull up, you're going to twist your hands. Okay, so you're going to twist your hands here, and so you want to bend over like just like this and come up. Boom. And so when you're pulling, you want to think about pulling the band to your belly button. Okay, not like this obviously, but you know, it's gonna be, your hands are gonna be basically parallel to your belly button. So somewhere around here. It's gonna be good from the side. You don't need to go crazy. Just go as far as you can up here. Okay? And always don't bend your back like this. Keep your back straight, okay? You don't want to bend your back. Not good, never. You always want to keep it neutral. Boom. Okay, so that's the row. You can do it single hand too. Alright, so you can do a single hand row. You just work on one at a time. You know, getting that acceleration. If you need more resistance, you can do that. Now the last one I want to talk about is the shoulder extension. Shoulder extension, I'm going to grab a lighter one. It's basically, this is extension, this is flexion, right? So you're working the lats and you're working your real delt. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with your band, just like if you were doing a row. But instead of pulling like this, you're just going to pull with your arms straight, like that. Boom. Okay? This is called shoulder extension, and that's how we're gonna do it. Okay, so that's gonna work your real delts, and that's gonna work on your lats, chest exercise. Okay, so we're not gonna be using the bands here a lot. What we're gonna do is we're actually gonna use the body, right? So the first chest exercise that I want to show you is a push-up. Right, so a push-up basically is you come down here. Now, for beginners, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna show you how to set up your arms. Okay, so basically the way you're gonna set up your arms, I'm gonna be pointing back here. Is you're not going to do this. Instead, what you want to do is you want to have your elbows instead of here, okay? So you're going to set your hands a little wider than your shoulders, and then your elbows are going to come back not completely close to your body, but about 45-degree angle. Okay? So what it would look like, if you're just getting started and you're needing to develop some strength, I suggest you do it in your knees, just like this. But if you are able to master this movement and you're able to do it, you can always do your full push-up, which would look like this. Okay? Now, if you want to work a little bit more on your upper chest, what you would do is you would grab a chair, just like this one, and you can hang your feet up, and basically you can do a push-up from your chair, and that would be the equivalent of an incline push-up, okay? And that works your front deltoids, your shoulders, and your upper chest. If you want that lower chest, a little bit of work, what you would do is you would decline, right? So you can still put your chair here. In this case, now if you can find something wider so that you can actually open your hands like a table or something like that, that would be the way. So that's how you do it. Yeah. So those are the chest exercises. You can always do different variations of push-ups. If you close your hands, you're going to be using more your triceps. If you open your hands, you're going to be using more, your chest. So I like doing it neutral, just here, You know, I want to get a little bit of work in my chest, some work in my triceps, and that's all I do. Okay, triceps. Okay, so triceps. There are multiple ways you can work on your triceps. Basically, anytime you're working, you're basically extending your elbow, your tricep is at work. So, multiple exercises you can do. Now, first one I'm going to talk about is called the tricep kickback. You can do it with 2 hands, you can do it with 1 hand, or you can do the isometric hold. So let's look at it. So basically what you would do is you come up here, you pull your shoulders, and then from here what you do is not moving your elbows, you basically kick back, right, with your hands. And you can do that, like I said, you can do one arm and then the other, or you can do the isometric where you start here and then you come down, and while you hold one arm up, the other one comes down. That's a better way to increase resistance. That's what I would do, okay? So that's the first one. You can do that with a single arm too, okay? So you can just hold your band here and you can do your kickback, okay? So that's a basic exercise you can do. Another one is your extension, overhead extension, tricep extension, or you can always do here. Just like when you grab the cable extension you do here, you can basically just have your arm up here and pull, just basically push down, okay? And that would be like a cable extension, okay? You could do that. That's why I like this band. But what you can also do is you can hold your feet down, your band with your feet down here, and you can do is you can come up here, okay? And like usual, if you want to increase the resistance, what you would do is you would add another band, or you would, just grab a shoulder. That's going to increase the resistance a little bit. Boom. Just make sure you don't break the thing. Okay, so if it's too easy, just grab a harder, more difficult band. So that's the extension, right? So now the side extension we can also do is right here, right? So we can always keep our arms here, and we extend them like this. It's different than this, because this you're using your rear delt. Here, you're just extending your elbows and you're working on those triceps, okay? So this is that side extension, lateral extension, and you can always do it with one. Grab it shorter, boom. Just keep it like this, or you can start, extend it, and you can literally do the isometric hold. And that's exactly what I would suggest you do. Now, the other one that I want to talk about is the close grip push-up and the dips. Okay, that's a dip. That's a tricep dip. So you can do that at home. You can put some weight on top of your lap. And the last one would be the closewear push-ups, which would be a regular push-up, but instead of up in here, just close it up here and keep your elbows close to your body. That would use your triceps mostly to do the exercise, okay? So that looks like this. Okay, cool. So yeah, that's triceps. Some ways to do biceps, okay? So in terms of biceps, it's gonna be just 2 exercises we're gonna do. We're gonna do regular bicep curls, in which we're gonna work our bicep and our forearms as well. And then we're gonna work a little bit on our hammer curl, which isolates the bicep a little better, okay? So what we're gonna do here is regular bicep curl. You can either do bicep curl at once, or you can alternate, okay? Bicep curl here, bicep curl here. Something else that you can do that is gonna really maybe kick your ass is you can start from this position, isometric position, and then you come down and you come up. Come down, come up, come down, come up, okay? That's a really good way of adding resistance to your biceps. So that's the first one, right? You have regular curls, you have alternating curls, and then you have isometric hold curl. And then you have the same thing for your hammer. Hammer is instead of your arms being pointed up, will be pointing inside, right? So the palm of your hand will be facing your body like this. Boom. Like you're holding a hammer. Boom. And so you can do the same thing. You can alternate, or you can do the isometric hold. Boom. Boom. Real good stuff. Okay, so that's for biceps. Let's talk about shoulders. Okay, so when you're doing shoulders, it's really just three different movements you can do. It's your front delt, your lateral, your central delt, right? Your middle delt, and then you've got your rear delt. Now, rear delt, this part of your delt right here, you're gonna work on your reverse fly, and you're gonna work that on your shoulder extension. Now, that's gonna be included in your back day. So, in your shoulder day, basically what we're gonna work on is we're gonna focus on this front delt and this big part in the middle. Okay, so to target the front delt, which I rarely do because you use it a lot on your push-ups, you're simply gonna come up here, and just like biceps, you can come up here. You can either do 2 at once. If you want to add, some taste to it, you can do alternate it, and you count 1, 2, right? And or you could just do the isometric hold, which would be here. 1, 2, 1. Sorry, I miscounted. It would be more like 1, 1, and then 2, 2, right? Same thing for your lateral. So in your lateral, what you actually want to do is you don't want to keep your arm all the way straight like this. You want to bend it a little bit so you isolate your delt better. Okay, so you bend it, you come up here, and you can do it with both hands. Boom, at once, or you can alternate. Boom, boom. That's 1, or you can do the isometric hold. You hold it here, boom, 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 and that will really kick your ass too. So I really suggest, like, if you're wanting to get some work out of these things, do isometric holds. You can do it basically in every exercise that you can alternate your arms. Okay, so the next one we're gonna do is gonna be an overhead press. And so basically what we're gonna do is you're gonna have to bend for this one because the band is gonna get shorter. So for this one, you just sit here and basically pull up, push up, boom. And that's gonna work your traps, and that's gonna work your middle delts, boom. And that's a really good one. So if you wanna add resistance, you just grab the band shorter, or you grab another band. Okay, so one more exercise that we're gonna do for shoulders slash traps is gonna be high pull. So that one is basically holding your barbell right here, your band here, and you come up just like this. And for this one, what I would suggest is you actually cross your band. Okay, so you can cross it, boom, boom. So what you're doing this exercise is basically you're keeping your hands close to your body, and while you're not lifting your shoulders completely, but you want to feel it on your traps. Your traps is this muscle right here. So what you want to do is you want to go up here and really just kind of like shrug your shoulders, right? So you're gonna obviously not gonna be able to shrug them completely because you're gonna keep them there, but you're gonna kind of shrug them in here, okay? And that's how you do that movement. Real good movement to develop your traps. It's called high pull. And so yeah, that's it for shoulders. So I hope this helps. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll see you in the next video.